When the beat drops, you know exactly what time it is. Hello and welcome in for another episode of The Blitz. It's nice to be back after the bye week. I am Evan Closky, joined in the backfield as always with my man David Schiele.
We have a great show for you today, spotlighting the LeGarrette Blount Bowl. Some guy named Tom Brady did play for both of these teams too. We'll break down how this contest might be Drake Maye's toughest test of the season, why Baker Mayfield has not been himself in the past couple of games, and we ask if Jason Licht made a mistake doing nothing at the trade deadline in our Locked On Bucs burning question of the week.
Certainly not the week to make it the Antonio Brown Bowl. So let's get started. This is the 10 and 10, the 10 most important storylines you need to know before the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the New England Patriots from Raymond James Stadium at number 10. This is one of the best games of the week. The Bucs have a 6-2 record. The Patriots are riding a 6-game winning streak. The only team with a longer streak is Denver. Tampa Bay is hoping for its third 7-2 start in franchise history, joining the 1979 squad and that Super Bowl winning team in 2002. Tampa Bay enters this contest 3-7 all time against New England Patriots. This will be the first time we will see both squads play without Tom Brady on the field in 25 years. In the last contest, Tom Brady made his triumphant return to Foxborough in 2021, and Tampa Bay narrowly escaped with a 19-17 victory.
Here's an interesting note, Evan. The Bucs have only beaten the Patriots once in Tampa. That was back in 1997. The Tampa Bay defense forced 5 sacks, 2 interceptions, and a fumble, holding Drew Bledsoe's offense to less than 170 yards. At number 9, I don't know if the Bucs defense can replicate that performance on Sunday, but the unit is certainly capable of doing so. Drake Maye has already been sacked 34 times this season, despite Yaya Diaby leading the team with only 4 sacks. The group as a whole has registered 25, which is a top 10 mark in the NFL. At number 8, despite all those sacks, Drake Maye still has put himself squarely in the MVP race alongside Baker Mayfield. Maye's completion percentage has jumped 8 points in year 2. He already has more touchdowns than last year, while cutting his interceptions from 10 to 4 thus far. He can also scramble. Maye has 270 rushing yards to his name, and Bucs head coach Todd Bowles is impressed.
Great legs. He really has a knack for finding the hole to run in, but at the same time, great touch on the ball, great arm strength, great feel for the game, understanding where his guys are. And I think Josh has done a great job getting him ready to play and understanding how he has to play and executing for him.
And that's Josh McDaniels, by the way. We got Josh Grizzard here. At number 7, it is worth mentioning there is quite the disparity between New England's schedule and Tampa Bay's schedule up to this point. The Patriots have played a total of 9 games, and the combined record of those 9 opponents a whopping 27-50.
On the flip side, Tampa Bay's 8 opponents are a combined 31-35. We're not taking anything away from New England. You can only play who's on your schedule, but right now, they have only faced 2 teams currently in playoff spots. The Bucs have faced 4 in 1 less game, Evan.
Yeah, the Bucs have also been beaten up, but in number 6, it's nice to see Luke Goedeke back on the practice field. Goedeke was injured in week 2 against the Texans with a foot injury and has yet to play a game with his best buddy Tristan Wirfs in 2025. In the 8 games Tampa Bay has played, we have seen 10 offensive linemen play meaningful snaps with a total of 5 different line combinations. It has been a nightmare in the trenches, and because of that, we move to number 5. Baker Mayfield and the offense have not looked like themselves the past couple of games. In Detroit, the team had 251 total yards with a score. In New Orleans, the team had 212 total yards with a score. Baker Mayfield has also eaten 7 sacks during that time. He only had 10 total before that. It looked like injuries were hurting Baker's play, and he confirmed as much in front of the microphone this week.
Yeah, some throws, if I didn't have my feet perfect, they weren't going to be accurate, and normally I can make up for it with how I change my arm angle and stuff like that. But yeah, so some of it was different, but just got to live and learn.
At number 4, the bye week did not magically heal some star players on this team. Bucky Irving, Chris Godwin Jr., and Hassan Reddick will all miss another game. Jeremy Fowler of ESPN is reporting that Godwin will not return until the end of the month at the earliest. We also learned during the bye week that Jalen McMillan actually had a fracture in his neck, not just a strain. The key for this team is getting as healthy as possible for the playoffs, so the Bucs are playing the long game.
Yeah, David, they can do that because look at the standings right now. The team is sitting second in the NFC. If Philadelphia loses to the Packers and the Bucs beat the Patriots, Tampa Bay will be back in that top spot. The only team the Buccaneers will not face this season on the list are the Packers. Tampa Bay currently up 2 games in the loss column for the NFC South lead. So at number 3, let's bring in James Yarko for our Locked On Bucs burning question of the week. And James, considering where the Bucs are in the standings, do you think that Jason Licht made a mistake not making a big move before the trade deadline?
No, I don't really think that they did. And of course, it would have been kind of a surprise if they did make a move, right? That has not been Jason Licht's MO. But you take a look at the way this team has performed while being so shorthanded. Yes, I know there are fans out there that wanted them to address the linebacker position. They wanted them to upgrade edge rusher because Hassan Reddick has not gotten the number of sacks a lot of people were hoping and expecting him to. But you take a look at this team, how it's been over the first half of the year. You have key players that have missed time. You have to think at some point, Goedeke comes back, Godwin, Bucky, hopefully Evans, at least by the postseason, and then Jalen McMillan hopefully returns next month. That's almost like you're adding all of these players back into the fold. So it's not that the Bucs didn't add anyone at the trade deadline is going to be a reason that they don't get far in the playoffs or can't compete for a Super Bowl. It's the fact that they have done so much without all of these key pieces that once they get those guys back, it will feel like a mid-season addition. And, it'll feel like they did do something at the trade line because those key pieces are returning.
Thank you so much, James and David. I want to add this. It takes two to tango with deals, and I thought if the Buccaneers could get a talent back for a day 3 pick, it would have been worth it. But Jason Licht is on such a heater with the draft. You hate taking away from future needs when this team is going to still be a contender next year and then probably the year after that because the foundation is so strong.
Yeah, and I think some of the guys who would have been tradable are actually playing critical roles right now. Like Jamel Dean is too good to exchange for a draft pick at this moment in my mind. Also, this isn't baseball. You can't name a player later or grab some promising prospects to build up. So I agree with Licht for saying put. Actually,
yeah, I got no problems with it.
Yeah, so at number 2, let's not expect to see a lot of success via the ground game in this contest. The Patriots rank 2nd in the league, holding opponents to 3.6 yards per rush attempt. The Bucs rank 7th at 3.9 yards. Offensively speaking, both squads are a bottom 10 rushing unit using the same metric. Factor in Bucky Irving and Ramondre Stevenson not playing. These quarterbacks have to be ready to play. At number 1, welcome back to Raymond James Stadium, Carlton Davis, the former Buccaneers second-round pick. Played for Tampa Bay from 2018 to 2023, winning a Super Bowl ring in the process. The Bucs traded him to Detroit before last season in exchange for a third-round pick. They used that on Jalen McMillan. In 9 games this season, Davis has yet to snag an interception and has 3 pass deflections.
All right, let's send it home, David, with the all-out blitz. Let's start with our parlay of the week. My leg is K-Dot and over 41.5 receiving yards. The Patriots have given up the 7th most yards to tight ends this season.
My leg is Rachaad White, under 41.5 rushing yards. I just mentioned the problems ahead on that front. And then for our final leg, Evan and I decided that Drake Maye would go over 32.5 passing attempts. So you round that all up, we are talking plus 525.
As for what we got cooking on 10 Tampa Bay, it's only one game this week, and it's the one we're talking about. Tampa Bay hosting New England right here on CBS, kickoff at 1 o'clock. Checking out our Blitz picks records. We both picked Tampa Bay beating New Orleans, so I am 6-2 on the year. David's still 2 games behind me as the leader. I will go first again with my prediction. I think this is a smash spot for the Buccaneers, situationally. Awful spot for the Patriots. They haven't had a bye yet, have a divisional game on Thursday coming up. Meanwhile, the Bucs are refreshed with their full attention on New England. The offense will be plenty motivated after 2 ugly games back-to-back. The Patriots' strength of schedule has been weak up to this point. Give me the Buccaneers 28-17, David.
Oh, 28-17. I'm with you, Evan. I just have it a little bit closer. I have the Bucs winning at 21-20. I do agree. The offense finds a way to get into the end zone a few more times after a couple of slow games on that side of the ball.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on the Blitz this week. Next week, we have another doozy on 10 Tampa Bay between the Buccaneers and the Bills. For David Schiele, I am Evan Closky. This is the Blitz. We will see you same time or same place next weekend.